We had a wild finish in Atlanta. Indy week is over, and a new book is coming out today. So this is FR Racing's Garage Talk. I'm DJ Flook.
I'm Erik Richardson.
Let's get right into the book. So we've been sitting on this for a while. We've talked a little bit about it, but our good friend Andy Amendola has written a new book, and we've got copies. So the secret's kind of out of the bag that Andy had, he's been on the show. He's been on a couple times with us, and
Yeah, I've been on Garage Talk and then did a
alive with
F1
us.
race day.
Yep. So Andy reached out and he said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing an IndyCar book. You mind, like, I know you guys are, pretty knowledgeable in IndyCar." And he asked if we would give him some feedback on his ABCs of IndyCar book, and we said, yeah, absolutely. And
Of course.
so we kind of played the role of creative consultant, I guess, and the proof is in the back of the book, as you can
Yes, it
see.
is.
So now we're really excited. So Andy sent this to us recently and signed it for my kids. And actually, kids are in the book too. They helped with the
Yep, same thing here.
kind of beta testing it. So Andy will be on in a couple of weeks. He's doing his launch March 1st. And he's got his book launch and getting everything going. But the coolest thing about this book is, if you see the backside of it, this isn't it's going to be hard to focus this, but this is an official IndyCar licensed product, official product of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, has the official Indianapolis Motor Speedway seal on the back of the book. So Andy, I'm not going to steal his thunder. He'll be on to talk about it, but he worked with IndyCar on this to, get some, and he's using some of the licensing. This book's going to be for sale at IndyCar events and at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway gift shop. So
Yeah, I'm excited to go to the Grand Prix and find the book in the store.
yeah, be like, hey, look, that's me. I'm in the
I had the pleasure to have lunch with Andy back in December.
Right, you did. And there's no photos?
I don't remember.
You
But
didn't
great
do a photo.
guy, awesome books. Very much a pleasure to be able to hang out and just chat for a little while.
Yeah, so you got to meet Andy in person, and go to redracerbooks.com and books for sale. I believe it's going to be on Amazon, or you go to an Indy race or the Indianapolis Motor Speedway gift shop. Pick up a copy. It's a great book for your kids. He also has the ABCs of race car basics and the ABCs of Formula One. I hope I got the title of that right. I've read this book to my kids numerous times, and I've just spaced on the name. Sorry, Andy, but yeah, this is his third book, and got all three. My kids really enjoy it, and really cool to be a part of it. I mean, just a tiny little part of his newest book. So congratulations, Andy. We're really excited that this book is out. So go pick up a copy for your kids. They'll love it.
Yeah, ABC's of racing for Formula One and all about race cars.
Thank you. I couldn't. It's late. I blame
When it's
it being late.
late and with two young ones, it happens.
Yeah, I couldn't get them to bed. Now I'm just kind of like, so.
That's why you got the drink in your hand, right?
Yeah, that's right. Michelob Ultra. And I've been subtly trying to get Michelob Ultra's attention for weeks now, if you haven't noticed. I've been drinking a lot of these. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. Michelob Ultra.
I gotta get to Phoenix sometime so we can do the Talladega Nights commercials.
We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs on the track. Chew big red. You. Yeah, man. Andretti karting opened in Arizona this week. So big line to get in on the first day.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, big line to get in. Looks really cool. Can't wait to check that out. I was talking to Mark Vickers actually the other day, and he's like, I'm gonna have my birthday party, because I'm gonna have a birthday party there. He goes, I'm gonna be in a cart for 4 hours straight. Like, awesome.
That'd be fun.
I said, I'll see you there, buddy.
Hey,
Um,
no, Andretti got a little bit more famous after Formula One snubbed him,
yeah.
which that would bring even more people to Formula One now, but no, oops, it doesn't
Yeah,
work that
hey,
way,
we got a
apparently.
race this weekend.
We do.
Saturday
Bahrain.
morning.
Yeah, it's coming up. Race number one.
I watched
Want to see if it's Red Bull again or somebody knocks him off.
yeah, I watched FP, well, a little bit of FP1. I saw most of FP2, and Red Bull didn't look very good. I mean, they were up there, but I think Max was like sixth or something like that.
I feel like I
And
see that a lot.
yeah, and
For the first
Piastri's
couple
like, yeah,
practices.
we'll see during tomorrow the sandbags come off of that machine and then they run away. But Daniel Ricciardo had the fastest time of FP1. And the memes are going around that they accidentally switched the plans for the RB versus the Red Bull car.
Well, what is it? AlphaTauri, Hugo Boss, Red Bull Junior, whatever
Toro
name you
Rosso.
want to call him now. Isn't that the Red Bull car from last year?
That's allegedly the case. I honestly I've heard that before, but I have not honestly looked into it to see if that really is what they did. But basically
Yeah,
said
that was the supposed rumor
here's the RB19. That'll get you into podium position.
with the new livery on it.
Yeah, the Visa Cash App swipe chip credit card Apple Pay Visa Cash App whatever it's called.
Red Bull Junior.
The junior bulls. Oh man. And yeah, Atlanta had a wild weekend.
Yeah, I didn't get to see much of the race, but what a
What
finish.
a finish. The that three wide finish. That was the closest three car finish ever in NASCAR, I want to say.
Yeah, I know it's the third closest race finish, but I almost want to say that's the closest one because it actually involved three cars, not just two.
Yeah, and Clint Boyer's like, he goes like, I think Blaney got it. I'm like, nope, no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
And Suarez had such a run on that outside
Oh
to
man.
get it started by himself.
Did you see Kyle Busch um, wrote on social media like all I needed was like a couple more inches or something like that, and
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 then his wife had a
his
funny
wife commented, "I've been saying
comeback.
that for years."
Oh, gotta love the pun jokes.
Oh man, that is fantastic. I saw that and I just burst out laughing. He's been a lot more mellow since he left Gibbs. It's like
It must be something with Gibbs Racing. Like they have to have the villain.
yeah, yeah. Denny's
He's
kind of taken over
Denny
the
is
role there.
gladly taking that over, and
I mean, Ty
Kyle Busch
Gibbs
is
is
like, all right, I'm leaving. Take it.
here you go, Denny, and Ty Gibbs has earned many friends in his couple of years in the Cup Series and even in his Xfinity days. But man, that trying to think back now, it's been too long on the Xfinity race. I watched the truck race for a little bit.
But Bailey Curry lost his lid.
Yeah,
Literally lost the roof of
this
his truck.
literally, yeah, this convertible truck.
I know R&D's looking at it. He got hit or something, and air started getting in between the windshield, and it just ripped it off.
That was pretty wild. I gotta refresh myself here. Because we had Kyle Busch won the truck race. He had Austin Hill
Yeah,
in
he
the
went two
Xfinity.
for two.
Yep.
What, Jesse Love won pole two for two.
And we got Las Vegas this weekend. Yeah, Jesse Love's gonna be really interesting to watch. I mean, he's like what 19 or something like that.
Yeah, I
Just
think
got a
that's what he said. I actually
just
haven't looked
yeah,
at
he's
it.
it's like 19 years old. Just so much raw talent. We can convert that into wins. He's gonna be really, really good. Shane Van Gisbergen finished third in the Xfinity
Yep.
race.
I almost wish Atlanta went back to their original, where you actually had to drive the track and race the cars.
I don't know. I kind of like the new config. It's just so wild, just flying around there,
I just like the new name of it.
playing a super speedway.
Yeah, if you figure that one out. I'm not gonna say it on air, but
You can fit. Yeah, I think they can figure
you
that
you
out.
can get it from there. It'd be
Can't
awesome if
wait.
they designed a logo with the initials.
Somebody did they took the Talladega logo and changed Talladega to Atlanta. Yeah, Bailey Curry finished 30th place, and its final status just says damage.
A little bit.
Damage. Oh man. Yeah. So IndyCar is coming up here 2 weeks, or I guess a week and a half now. We got Vegas this weekend. We got Phoenix the following weekend. Woo! Got my got my yeah, hide the barcode. Got my pit passes right here. Got
Nice.
got my wristbands. So headed into the Xfinity race. Swing by
Yeah,
the
we got the race
garages, see
coming
what's
up.
up.
I still got a little while to wait
What's
until
on
early May.
your what's your travel agenda? You're gonna do the 500 this year. What you got? What else you got?
Um, Probably gonna do the Grand Prix again. There early May. We'll be at the 500 again between turns 1 and 2, and then planning on the Brickyard,
Oh, that's
the
right. That's right.
return to the Oval. I'm
Speaking of
excited about
that,
that.
speaking of
We had a busy week at
yeah,
Indianapolis.
it was Indy week in the esports world here. So
That was
Tuesday,
actually unplanned. It just lined up that way.
yeah, I was like, he must have done that on purpose, line the Indy up with that, but
No, not at all.
no, you
Just
didn't. You,
pure
you
dumb
just
luck.
you just
It just happened.
when I realized that, I'm like, oh wow, we're gonna do back-to-back nights at Indianapolis on the oval, and I was like, wow, he must have planned it. No, just a coincidence. That's
Yep.
funny. So, Tuesday night we got into a fuel mileage race.
Yeah, it very much ended up fuel mileage top three. Great fuel saving.
Yeah, I don't know how they pulled that one off. I I ended up pitting early on accident because I went sliding out of four and I saved it, but I'm maybe 25, 30 feet from the pit entrance, and I'm like trying to slow myself down, and I'm just like, there's no way I can get back onto the track safely, so I got to pit, and now my focus is just get myself slowed down enough to get on the pit lane without a speeding penalty. And I managed to do that. And then we got a caution a lap later, and I'm just like,
I
whatever.
actually went a lap down early and ended up catching a lucky dog, got around, then just slowly worked.
You finished what, sixth?
Yeah, it was sixth.
I had to make a
I,
late stop for fuel, so I finished a lap down in eighth.
yeah, after that, I had an early incident, kind of got caught up high, and it wasn't a hard hit on the wall between 1 and 2, but just enough. And I thought I was going to be way down the finish, but luckily that one fast repair we get, it saved me.
Yeah, I must have had some damage. I think somebody popped me during a restart and ran into the back of me because the it was trying to get me to use my fast repair, and I opted to wait on it because I wasn't too far off the pace, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna waste my fast repair now, because it's like, oh, I got really really minor damage. I use my fast repair and then I have a big accident, and like, well, now I'm screwed. So I opted to save the fast repair, and I just said, whatever. With 10 to go, I used it, and whatever. It just bad fuel strategy. Just didn't work out.
Congrats to Dirk Booker with the first place. Bill Colley finishing second
Bill, yeah,
after
he
the win last week, and then Joe Hutchings coming back with a strong third place finish.
Bill, man, he started in the back and just kind of casually just started working his way to the front later on. And he was just hanging back there, and then he's just methodically moving his way up through the field. And next thing you know, he's competing for the win. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I need to go back and like kind of fast forward watch some of this because I just don't I don't get it how he worked his way through the field like that. It's like, okay, time to go, and just worked his way through. Just really,
Yeah, that fuel savings helps because a lot of those front runners, we all had to pit.
we all stopped in the last 10 at some point.
Yeah, I know one pit with one to go. A lot of people are cutting it real close.
So for
I think that was
Wednesday,
probably our hardest track on the schedule. We got the two
that's
road courses, but we got some wide tracks coming up.
yeah, we got Road Atlanta coming up, and we got some Auto Club, we got Las Vegas. Is Texas on the
Homestead is in
schedule?
there, Texas.
Homestead, yep.
It should be a
Milwaukee. Oh
Milwaukee. That's gonna be a fun one.
man, we get 15, 18 cars on Milwaukee. Ooh,
Iowa's
that
gonna be a
Iowa's
blast.
gonna get really messy. Yes, we got some exciting racing coming up here. We got to get the stream fixed too. Taka had some he said on his iRacing it wasn't choppy at all, but the stream was super choppy. So I was working with him to try to tweak the settings, see if we can get that fixed before next week. So um you know, it is what it is, but we'll get that fixed up.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Road Atlanta next week.
So Wednesday night, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I screwed up. And the Brickyard 100 is what the race was called. It was really the Brickyard 112.5. Because and I'm looking at this now to see what I put. Yeah, I screwed it up. So I put 40 laps on the schedule, called it the Brickyard 100, and then inadvertently put 45 laps into the race config. And I realized it like 5 laps in. I'm like, wait, this is out of 45 laps. I'm like, oh, I guess we're getting some bonus racing tonight. Oops. And we ran 45 laps. And arguably the last 5 laps were some of the most interesting. So it's like, hey, that worked out in the end. Oops. So didn't impact fuel or anything like that. The competition caution at lap 20 gave us about 21, 22 laps under green for the second half.
Now, I think that potentially did affect the outcome.
It did. Oh, it definitely changed the outcome of it, but more than likely changed the outcome.
The laps led Colton with 5.
Yeah. Well, Colton was also sitting back there waiting. I mean, if it
Yes.
was 40, he probably would have made his move earlier. I think probably still would have caught him. But yeah, I screwed that one up. But and then in my case, I finished 5th. Yeah. And Dylan Berens, him and I were fighting, and Mark Olette, all 3 of us, and Bill Mulfield was part of that pack fighting in the second half, and he broke free and pulled away while the 3 of us kind of fought for the 5th position. And I think with about 6 to go, when I finally I decided to make my move on Dylan. He slid. He didn't have much left in tires, and I saved a little bit better and stuck it low on a run. And he said to me after the race, he's like, wow, he goes, I saw you making that low run. I couldn't believe you stuck that and made that run. And I looked at my tires. I still had 82% on that second stint at the end on my front right. So I ran a pretty conservative, really conservative first half, not as in the second half, but it helped. It saved me at the end for that to pull off that top 5 finish.
So I guess I should have done my job too, is helping run the league. double checking here. Texas and Kansas have 75 laps, and Dover has 85.
And that's what's in the stats here. Yeah.
So those are good.
Yeah. Okay.
Our apologies. We will
Yeah.
never claim to be the smartest people out there.
No, I mean, sometimes, what's the Bob Ross line? The happy little accident, or
Yep.
yeah, it was a happy little accident. That 5 bonus laps we put in there proved to be pretty entertaining. So
Yeah, I got to watch. Unfortunately, couldn't run, but it was fun watching. It's some good racing.
and Hunter unveiled the truck schedule next month. On that note, Hunter will be join. I don't know if he said anything on that on the broadcast. I haven't watched it yet. Hunter will be coming back in the truck and leaving the booth. So we are looking for a new broadcaster. If you are interested in broadcasting, it is a paid gig. If you are looking at or interested in broadcasting Wednesday Night Dash, we'll be posting something this weekend, and we'll be taking candidates. And honestly, like, we want to get a couple announcers in here because we do special events. We've got other things we have planned too. We kind of want to build that announcer bench that, yeah, we have a primary Wednesday Night Dash announcer, but if, we need somebody to fill in or we have a special event, we want to have people available that we can bring in. And obviously they're paid gigs. So yeah, if you're interested in broadcasting, and you've got you must be an iRacing, already a subscribed iRacing member. That is a must. Let's talk. We start April 17th, so I got about a month and a half to find somebody.
Yeah, if you're out there, give us a shout. Let us know. Got lots of options.
Oh man, yeah. So with Hunter coming back to the truck, we probably lose 1 or 2. Or it still puts us at 17 going into the off season. Off season, the 3 weeks in between, we'll say intermission, not off season, 3-week intermission before we jump into the truck. So 3 more drivers in a month. I think we could do that. I think we can round the field out at 20, and we just have to get everybody there all at the same time.
And I will say we ended up with 18 drivers in our Indy race on Tuesday.
Yeah, 18 in the Indy race. We've had 18 drivers, 17 drivers participate in Wednesday Night Dash. So it's taken a while to build those numbers up on the Wednesday side, but we're happy with how things have gone, and we're just going to keep building off of that.
It may not be the 30 and 40 that other leagues have, but we're really happy with this number. It creates some great racing, and we have a lot of fun with it.
Honestly, I don't think you really need 30 plus in a league.
No.
And especially you get into some of these smaller tracks, you can't put 30 cars. I mean, you try to put 30 people on Iowa in an IndyCar, or 30 in the Milwaukee, or 30 in Bristol, or 30 at Richmond. I mean, there's a reason Highline Racing League, vastly superior driving skill. I have no shame to admit that because it's a fact. Like, these are some of the best that are not pro drivers out there. And they still will heat race and cap their Bristol races at 20. So I think a goal is to target 20. I think that's a good, nice round number, 20 people in the league. It's big enough that it's exciting, but it's small enough that we can fit everybody on the track and not have to worry about as many unfortunate incidents. We have some, but it happens. Remember those people doubting the Indy League. Oh man, if you cap it at 25, you're gonna get some bad drivers. Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's just no. Knock on wood, we've been lucky. We've found there's very few people. Okay, so you knew, like, for the Indy League, for example, you knew Erik Mattingly.
Yeah.
From before.
Yeah, we've been longtime friends.
Everyone else in both leagues, we have met through either postings on social media, postings in league Facebook groups, or friends of friends coming in, and built this up from that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it's like we get people coming in here, their friend joins in, their friend comes in and joins us, like, Chris Fuge joined the Wednesday Night Dash this week. He's a friend of Colton's. He came in, him and Colton formed a team together now. So there you go. Colton. And you look at John Miles and Lane Snow and Jax, who hasn't been able to race yet this year, but the three of them come in together as a team. They stumbled upon our league through a social media ad, and I chatted with John, and we brought him in. We're pumped that they're here. They've been Lane and John have been a great addition to the league. Hopefully we can get Jackson here to race before the end of the year.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Worst case, we'll get him in the trucks.
Definitely. It's been a lot of fun.
I think so. I've primarily managed the Wednesday league. You've primarily managed the Tuesday league. What's your biggest takeaway managing a league so far?
I just stay on top of the back end stuff. Getting the racing going really isn't too bad. Just going through all the little administrative tasks of getting league assignments and invites and just those little things.
My answer is I agree with yours. That is definitely an important thing, but managing the people in the league is the biggest, I guess, not necessarily shock, but you kind of, you're dealing with a bunch of people from different areas, different backgrounds, different levels of experience. And, you see it, leagues falling apart and people just biting each other's heads off for incidents. And, I've probably put more of my effort in trying to, quote, keep the peace. And, like, knock on wood, we've have a great group that we've put together. And there's been, I would say, very minimal cases where I've had to go and step in and say, hey, like, knock that off. Come on. Like, we're just out here to have fun. Let's, it's that's the easiest part. But when you do have to step in, and ultimately there will be points that I have, and there will be points in the future when you bring people in where personalities clash, get some hot heads that come in there, and you just gotta, like, look, dude, chill. We're just here to have some fun. If this league isn't for you,
That's okay.
what?
Go on.
Fine, it's fine.
Lots of other leagues out there.
They say, like, coaching in the NBA or coaching professional athletes in general, it's not the X's and O's that really matter. It's managing the egos. And, you look at Real Madrid, the famous soccer team from Spain. They had a lot of egos in that locker room, but yet they've been very successful. You have clubs that have a lot of egos and a lot of talent that have not been successful. What's the difference? The manager knew how to control and get the most out of those players and manage those egos. And it's managing. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's managing in general. I mean, you're a coach.
Yeah.
You have different kinds of personalities. I'm sure not all of your teammates care for each other.
No, yeah, it's a fact. It's gonna always happen.
It's like, look, you two may not like each other, but we're on the same team. When you're here in the locker room, you're here practicing, you got to get along. Whether you like each other after or never speak to each other again after you're done with this team, fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But while you're in here as a part of this team,
Yeah, it's kind of what I've said in the past. It's you don't have to like each other, you don't have to talk to each other, you don't have to hang out with each other all the time. But when you're here, just respect each other.
that's right.
And it's kind of the same thing on the track. Just go out, race hard, don't do
Stuff
anything
happens.
malicious, and just finish the race, and we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, and that's kind of, we take the same mentality with running these leagues, and knocking on wood, it's working so far. So But like I said, just shout out to all the people that have come out and driven with us. That have
Yeah,
some
so
of
many
them have
awesome
come and
people that
gone,
we've
and yeah,
met
we've
with.
yeah, and we've got people coming out like, you charge $40 to get into your Wednesday league. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, one, you have to pay a broadcast fee. That's not cheap. Have you seen what some of these, our broadcast fee is super cheap compared to what some of these groups charge.
Hmm.
And number two, having that prize pool does create the incentive to show up. Yeah, it's like you have a free league or you charge a broadcast fee, a minimal broadcast fee. It's we've seen it before with other leagues where people just don't show up, and then you get into this like, well, if you stop showing up, you're getting kicked out. But it's like it incentivizes people to show up and compete for something, one, but two, um, you've got that kind of ownership as well by investing in that league and investing in that prize pool, that it definitely brings a different type of driver out there, a different attitude for how to run that league.
Definitely makes it fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, technically, by definition, we're professionals.
Yeah, about that.
We do have that shirt that says professional athlete. I should get that. I
That'd be
really
fun.
should get that shirt that just says professional athlete. And there's just, the little FR Racing logo on the side. Maybe I'll put that on the sleeve. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go do that.
Bring that up on the show here in a couple weeks.
We also have the infamous "we're being outrun by the pace car" shirt from our early days.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
the learning curve,
how far we've come.
a little bit.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty comfortable in that car. I mean, I'm not Colton level yet in the league, but it's this season's been very productive as far as like development and learning and understanding this car. And I made a major adjustment to my pedal set that I think is going to help. I don't want to get into the details yet, but I think it's going to be a big help moving forward. And I can just tell, like, running Road Atlanta, I shaved off with my old setup versus my current setup. I shaved 7 seconds off my lap time. I mean, my lap time was pathetically slow. And I shaved 7 seconds off just by making a major adjustment to how my pedals work.
Yeah,
So
that'll make a difference. It'll be fun. 3 races to go on Wednesday night dash. We got what? Texas, Dover, and then finish up with Kansas.
Kansas under the lights. Atlanta, the new Atlanta configuration, they don't have lights for that.
That's true. They don't, do they?
No, that's weird. I think that I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Like, you rescan a track and you don't do the lights. That seems like it would be. Although the old Daytona, I mean, that's the old one. That's from 2008. The original Daytona doesn't have lights either.
That'll be fun. Put the trucks under the lights.
Yeah, we're gonna do trucks under the lights at Daytona next season. Actually, let's look at this.
Do a
I
quick
put
preview of
the
our trucks and
I unveiled the schedule to the drivers before we went public with it. You're in the league, so uh, you get to see the schedule before the public does. So just a quick recap before we run for the night. April 17th, Pocono. April 24th, we'll be going to Atlanta, the old Atlanta configuration. May 1st, we'll be under Daytona, under the lights. May 15 will be the Worldwide Technology Raceway, aka Gateway. We've never done that one before. That'll be a new one. May 22nd, we'll be going to New Hampshire. Also haven't done that in Wednesday night. And then May 29th, Homestead. June 12th, our first trip to Sonoma. Sonoma got a repave this year. Looks good. Yeah, Sonoma, they're in this, in the winter, spring, so it's like lush green around the track. But by the time NASCAR gets there, then it turns brown and yellow. But man, lush green Sonoma looks just incredible.
That's wild seeing a difference.
June 26th via Michigan. July 10th, Charlotte. And then we'll be closing out the truck season July 17th at Las Vegas under the lights.
It's a fun schedule. Should be a lot of good racing.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks on paper. It'll be
Once we actually
interesting.
get to it, maybe a different story.
Yeah, we'll see how Gateway, New Hampshire, Pocono.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. So come join us. $40 buys you in, covers broadcast fee. Prize pool's going to go up more than likely. It's, well, not probably, it will go up. But we're gonna have a good prize pool of the broadcast. Tune in Wednesday nights, tune in on Tuesday nights, and yeah, that should about do it for this week. Las Vegas this weekend in NASCAR, Bahrain, Formula One. Did you see the intro credits for Formula One yet?
Not yet.
It's kind of there really isn't, like last year George Russell and is like holding up the wall, was like the big meme of the credits. It really isn't a memeable moment. I mean, there's like Lewis Hamilton kind of like punching his fist kind of, but the best one or the funniest one is Yuki Tsunoda. Like when they have the camera like show him, he doesn't move. Like he doesn't move, he doesn't blink, and it's like, was he replaced with like a wax figure?
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's but otherwise, like, yeah. Anyway, FRRacingOnline.com. Come race with us. We'll prorate you into the Indy League. We'll, prorate you into Wednesday Night Dash if you want for the last 3 races, and get yourself locked in for the trucks in April. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, come check it out. Have some fun, race with us, and learn a little bit as we go.
Yeah, and I think our big, as soon as we like stabilize the number, and then I don't really have to focus on recruiting, and we got to find an announcer too. But I think the next thing is, we should start working on like development and kind of, not necessarily formal film sessions, but kind of work with everybody, because ultimately, we want to get everybody better and competing, and make it that this isn't Formula One where you have the same 2 people up front every week and the rest of us battling towards the end. It's like I've been slowly progressing my way towards the front. I want the others to do the same. I want everybody to come up that anybody could win on Wednesday. That's my ultimate goal, is that you come in here, you get your practice, we work together, we kind of look at what went well, what didn't go well, have some practice sessions. Let's improve the quality of the racing, and it ultimately makes it a better product.
Yep, exactly.
So at FRRacing Online, FRRacingOnline.com. And I gotta fix OBS. I don't know why. My stream started, but there was no video on it. Don't know why.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Take care.